All right. Hey, everyone. So my name is Nora Johnson. I'm here with you guys with the Education Abroad Office here at WSU. And I'm going to be talking with you guys through this this slideshow, just about how to write a competitive scholarship essay for studying abroad, just because this is a very important part. No matter who you are, what program you're going to, what country you're going to, what your goals are for later on, financial aid is a big part of studying abroad, which is why I wanted to help. Because when I was applying to the Gilman Scholarship, which we will talk about more later on, um, writing an essay was writing a competitive essay was crucial. I spent months on it and I had multiple people revise it. And if I could have someone have a slideshow or have a speaker like this really help me walk through the steps on how to make my essays better and more competitive, I would have loved it. So, just a little bit about me before we get in. My name, like I said, is Nora Johnson. I studied abroad during the spring semester in Paris, France, for fashion design at the Paris College of Art out there. I went abroad with the SAI program. They were amazing. They made everything possible. Yeah, let's get into it. So, just a little bit about what we're going to do today. We're going to go over SMART goals, kind of just setting goals, also very important on knowing your program and yourself, just knowing where you're going so you can better connect those to your goals. We'll also go over who, where, when, and why, some important questions about knowing your resources, why you're asking for money. Also know why the application that you're applying to is wanting to give you money. That's also very important so you can better write your essay in terms of their points of view. We also want to go over what to expect, specifically going over questions that you may see while writing these essays and what you may be asked for. And then finally, just some fun tips and tricks that I believe will really help us. So first of all, like I said, it is important to know your program, know your host country. You want to explain the specific aspects of your program and how you will benefit from them. It's important to describe and demonstrate the likelihood of you reaching your goals through the aspects and the things that this program, this host country, will give you. For example, with SAI, like I went abroad with, when you go abroad, they make it clear that they want to help their students that are abroad with them. So they give little Viva experiences, is what they call them, where throughout your semester there or your summer, however long you're there for, they put together little experiences. So to really get to know the culture and the community that you're in. So out in Paris, we did a bread making one where we learned all about a baker who makes his own bread and his wheat there, how they make it. We got to make little chocolate croissants. It was so fun. There was another time that we went just outside of Paris and we went to a tiny farm that makes just really about the community and giving back to the community and showing how to make fresh apple juice and making butter on your own. Just showing a cultural kind of aspect that's outside of the city that not a lot of people will see. They also put together little events that really just bring you together with the other students there with SAI. So really whatever you are there for, whatever program you're for, you just want to connect your location with your goals. You want to explain and make sure to mention the name of your program. So another thing, kind of going off of knowing the program that you'll be abroad at, knowing your host country, it's also very important to know yourself as well, knowing the you that will be abroad. So though you may not know exactly how you'll interact with the world in that host country, it is important to kind of think about it, project yourself into that position, and kind of think about how you're going to interact with those around you. One way to do this is talk about maybe 2 to 3 things that might challenge you during your day-to-day kind of life while you're out there, maybe at school, just on the streets, at the intern maybe that you're going to be as. Another one would be to describe prior experiences that you've had that may prepare you for going abroad. So thinking about uh, times that maybe you weren't abroad, but you were in a difficult situation or a new environment that pushed you in the same way that you believe will push you when you're abroad. Some other ones will be kind of experiences that may be impacted the way you do things. How will being abroad impact the way you look at the world? How will it impact the way you go into interacting with new people? And the final one, the Gilman really wants to know how your time abroad will change how you see the world in a global context. How will this change you and change your perspective on the world? What does it mean to know somebody? Um, Going abroad, it is hard to put yourself in those shoes when you haven't even been abroad yet, but it is important to think about seeing people in a different culture broadens your horizons so much. It broadens your points of view. So it's important to talk about that. How do you think this experience will change you as a person, not only within your career, but personally? How going into meeting new people, going into a new job, how is this going to change you?